How you going, guys? So I've made it to La Palma. I'm going to be doing the GR131, which is the volcano route across La Palma. It's supposed to be a gorgeous hike with some beautiful volcanic scenery. I get up to some pretty gnarly elevation on it as well. And Palma's supposed to be the steepest island in the world, so I'm expecting it to be pretty hard work. And yeah, it's going to be a good hike. I've just arrived at Faro, El Faro, and I'm hopefully going to be doing about 10 miles today up through the nice volcanic scenery. So come with me and enjoy the views as I take you on a trip across La Palma. Okay, off we go. It's going to be so exciting. Can't wait. So it's pretty alright so far. Not too bad of a gradient. It is pretty warm, but there's quite a nice breeze blowing me, so it's alright for now. The pack weighs a lot because I've got like 4 litres of water, which is quite a lot, but I'm sure I'll get through it pretty soon. Yeah, there's a little town at the top of this climb as well, so I might be able to restock, and so I'm just going to guzzle quite a bit of water on this bit of section as well. But yeah, the ground is kind of sandy stuff. I'll show you in a second. So it is quite hard going, but the path's nicely maintained and the signposting seems pretty good. So yeah, it should be a good adventure. So the scenery, as you can see, is pretty stunning around here. And this is just kind of the start. These are like the baby volcanoes apparently. Like the ones I'm going up later are like huge, and these seem huge to me. These are like just as big as like the hills around like Wales, I'd say. So yeah, it's pretty epic around here. Like all the volcanic rock everywhere. It looks otherworldly. It looks like I'm on Mars or something. It's great. Yeah. Going pretty strong. Gonna take a rest break in a few minutes once I get to this top road bit, and then it looks like we go over the volcano in front of me. That one. So yeah, we'll see. So I'm just going into the town where I actually stayed last night. I actually stayed right around the corner from where the trail goes through in town, but yeah, I thought I had to do the full length, so I took the bus to the coast, and I've done the extra, what, 6 kilometres, something like that, 6 kilometres this morning, so I'm pretty much back where I started now. Probably going to get a bit of food here and then yeah, get a bit of food here, get a drink, and then try and chug out another 6 miles or so before it gets dark. Just look at the houses, look how steep the roads are. Just look how beautiful this pine forest is. And the pine cones are huge. It's weird walking on like sandy kind of trails. A lot slower going than I thought it'd be. But yeah, mix that with the steepness. Yeah, it's a definite endurance trail this. So beautiful though. So this is where the 131 meets the 130. I might join up with a 130 further down the trail if I finish this one early enough. We'll see how we go, eh? So it's probably like the hottest part of the day now, and it is pretty warm, especially in the trees. There's no breeze in the trees, so yeah, I'm kind of sweating quite a bit going through this bit, but I think I'm coming up to like a bit where I should be kind of above the trees in a minute, so that might be nice to get some air. But I think once the trees go, I think the shade's gone. I think that's it for the rest of the walk, and that's a long walk without any shade. So yeah, it's gonna be a tough one. Plus there's flies in here getting in my ears. So I'm at about 4,000 foot right now, which is about the same as the Ben Nevis walk, if you've ever done that. And that's in about 6.5 miles, so it kind of shows just how steep this hike is. And especially carrying a rucksack, it's very hard going. I'm in some pine trees and I'm considering maybe camping early, just because it's slightly flatter around here and shaded, and I don't know what it's like further up. I think it's a bit more like a volcano, like lava field, which won't be very flat and might be a bit dangerous camping. So I'm going to weigh up my options. Maybe just before the forest peters out, I'll probably try and set up camp and then get up early tomorrow and hit that last bit of the steep climb, because I think I've got about 2,000 foot still to go before I reach the top, and then it's supposed to plateau out for a bit, for about 10 miles, so that'll be nice for a bit of a rest. Anyway, probably gonna just chill for a minute and then get on with it. Now this kind of stuff I can do all day, but looking over there, that massive volcano, methinks I'm going to be going up again soon. What's he up to? Little fecker. I just want to say the new hand wags, like I've probably put about 30 miles into them before this trip. That's about it, and they've not caused me any problems. Like maybe just a little bit of rubbing going up like the really steep stuff, but yeah, they'll be absolutely fine for the next few days, I reckon. Proper tough boots.
This is the kind of terrain that these are built for, really. I know a lot of people use the like hiking trainers, which probably would be an advantage on stuff like this for their lightness, but like it's really rocky stuff in parts, so I'd rather have the extra support on my ankles and the extra support on my feet, to be honest. So I'll do with the weight and see where it gets me.
This video does not show how steep that is. Okay, so I decided to go one more steep bit, and now I'm kind of on the plateau, sort of. I think I've got like another 1,000 foot to do after this, but yeah, I don't know. I might stay here now. I'm going to check the map, and I might stay here because it's as flat as it's going to get. I don't think it's going to get any flatter up there, and yeah, I'm pretty knackered out now. It's about 6 o'clock, so I've done a good, yeah, I've done a good day, done a good 8-hour day, to be honest. And tomorrow's still going to be tough, so I'm probably better off just resting up, really. But we'll have a look at the map and see what happens. So right down there where you can see them waves crashing, that's where I started this morning. And this, to get to this point, must be like over 5,000 foot easy. So that's been a big day of all uphill. All uphill. But look at that view. That's ridiculous. Wow. So I've just made it to the top of one of the volcanoes. There's just enough space to maybe get up a tent, so I'm going to try and risk it with the tent. The views up here are ridiculous. Like, I can see all the way down to where I started this morning, right by the coast, and it is a huge climb to get to this point. Yeah, ridiculous. I think I'm at about 5,000 foot, and looking behind me through the valley, looks like I've got a hell of a lot more to go, because it gets even bigger back there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get a beer and save the moment before sunsets. So is this not one of the primest locations ever, man, for a tent? The Fox too. I think this is the first time one of these has been up here. Crazy. It weren't too hard getting up actually, because the ground's kind of sandy and rocky, so it went in real easy. And with these I just added some volcanic rock. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to fly off the mountain tonight. It should be alright. Nice little sitting area. There's my equipment. It was a bit of a bugger carrying it all up, but when you've got stuff like this, it's damn worth it, eh? I'm going to just enjoy this sunset and have some food now, I reckon. Morning. So a little recap on everything. Like last night, the wind got up so bad. The tent was flapping around everywhere. It like pegs were flying out. I managed to secure it for like a good 3 hours, but then it picked up even more, and eventually I just had to bolt. Basically, I got up in the dark, my little head torch on, packed away everything in the tent that I could while the tent's collapsing on me, and then managed to get out and managed to somehow pack the tent away into the bag. Yeah, and then I basically just started walking. So from pretty much 5 in the morning to now, like about 8:30 I think it is now, I've just been walking. The sun's just come up over there like about half an hour ago, so like about 3 hours in the dark with my little head torch on, and I've made barely any progress because it's so damn steep. So we're gonna make sure we get this section done and then go from there, I think, because yeah, tomorrow, it was windy last night, but tonight is supposed to be proper wind on the forecast. So if it was windy last night, I don't even want to be anywhere near them tops when it's like full gale. It's going to be super scary. Anyway, just gotta get to the top of this little bit. It's downhill. Hopefully there's going to be a village down there, and then we're going to decide whether we're going to tackle the big monster mountain, because what I've been doing so far is just the blooming starters. Anyway, we'll decide. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So I just stopped in at a little campground. I'm not going to stay there, I'm going to keep going, but they had some water, so I managed to fill up both bottles. Got the filter bottle, so I should be able to drink it even if it is a bit dodgy. And yeah, we're just going to crack on now, get some more miles in. I'm going to probably do this in 4 days, actually, thinking about it. I'm not going to rush now. As long as there's water on the route, it should be alright. So this section has been a nice welcome break. It's a nice gradient down and nice shaded trees as well. And it's not too sandy as well. So making some pretty good time actually coming down here. I know it's going to be rough again soon, so I'm going to make the most of it. So I've been getting my head down this section just to make up the miles from yesterday. If I get the miles in, I should be able to have a decent break tonight. Someone mentioned something about like a walking hostel, so I might think about using that. love how there's views on both sides on these trails. They're absolutely gorgeous. It's such a nice scenery, man. Looking out to sea, looking out to the islands, looking down at the little villages. It's crazy beautiful. So the scenery has really gone crazy now. I think this is the best bit of the walk. It's absolutely stunning. Views both sides, volcanoes. There's a mountain hut that I'm going to try and get to and probably try and stay the night because that looks ideal. Even if I have to sleep outside, if people are in there, I'll just sleep on the porch outside or something. Yeah, it'd be amazing. So I've just woke up in the Boffy. It's a little bit hazy today. They kind of get some dust from like the Sahara Desert that blows over, which makes visibility a bit hazy, but hopefully it'll clear up a little bit for when we're on the tops. It's a bit windier today and a lot cooler, so it should be a bit nicer for walking. But yeah, should be a pretty tough day again. I think there's still about 2,000, maybe 3,000 foot of climbing today, and yeah, it's like a 10-mile ridge walk, and then I think that's pretty much the hard part done. Then it'll just be like 8,000 foot all the way back down back to sea level. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tough couple more days, but yeah, I think the worst of it's over. I think the hard part was the first day and the second day. Anyway, I'm going to make myself some breakfast and get on the road for about 9. So this is where I stayed last night. That's the couple that was staying here last night's stuff. I've just got my breakfast on, bubbling away. Beautiful views out there. And this is the kind of rooms. There we go. I just slept down there. Nothing fancy, but much better than the rocky bed that we had last night. Brilliant. Oh, this section is one of the most breathtakingly beautiful bits I've ever walked. It's beautiful. It's what you imagine. Single track, beautiful mountain views, decent walking surface. It's crazy. So this area is like a light pollution free zone, and right on the top of this peak that I'm climbing to is an observatory. So that just shows how like beautiful the stars are at night, because yeah, we've got an observatory here. Like, it's one of only a few places in the world that is actually a light pollution national park. So you can imagine how beautiful it is around here. Absolutely blown away by these views. Like, it's so stunning here. This section is probably the best section so far. It's like what I imagined when I saw the videos of like the cliffside single trail running along the cliff sides and the big views. It's absolutely stunning. The first section was probably one of the best sections as well, because walking through the volcanoes and all that like sandy stuff, like the scenery is so different from this side of the island to that side of the island. It's crazy. So it looks like I might be over the worst of it. It seems pretty easy going from here. The paths seem fairly flat, nice nice rocky surface, so it's easy to walk on. And I think it's just, I don't know, probably no less than 1,000 foot to the observatory. And then apparently there might be a shop there or an information desk where I can get a nice drink. I don't know about food, but I might save the food until I get down into the village at the end though. Get myself a really nice meal with everything. But yeah, it's going pretty good today. Absolutely beautiful. There's always one last surprise. When I get back home, I'm probably going to have to go cold turkey on the electrolyte tablets. I've been like dropping them in every single drink I've had. I've gone through like 2 packs. It's crazy. I don't know if that's any good for you, but I sweat so much, so I need to top up my salts and stuff like that. So yeah, I've just been going through them like nothing. Oh, exquisite. Wow, some road miles. Been a while since I've been walking on a road. Ooh, actually feels good, but if it's 10 miles of this, it might kill the feet a bit. I might try and get to the end today because it's only 2 o'clock, and got like a good 7 hours of daylight still. So we'll see if we can do 10 miles in 7 hours. Probably. It's all downhill. Anyway, a nice vista waiting for me when I get back. Hopefully. Anyway, I'll let you know how we go. So the scenery's changed again. We went from like volcano kind of scenery to fern trees to more volcanoes to like mountain passes, and now we're in kind of like a deserty area. Crazy good walk. So I hope you guys like rocks, because there's a hell of a lot of them in this video, eh? But yeah, it's crazy. The scenery is crazy. But yeah, lots of rocks. What do they say about mad dogs and Englishmen? Yep, out all day in the midday sun, and oh, I'm gasping for a beer or a cola or something. Can't wait to get down to a bar. But this walk down, I thought I was on easy street, but it's hard. It's pretty hard. Yeah, it's not as quick as I thought it'd be on the downs, and there's a few little ups thereabouts, and yeah, I thought I was done with the ups. Anyway, let's go. My friend says I hike down stuff like I mountain bike. In other words, I kind of just throw myself down rocks, which I think is the nicest compliment I've ever had. If you can call it a compliment. It's a weird kind of compliment, but for someone who likes mountain biking and hiking, that's a pretty good compliment. So heading down into the pastures now. Look, they're growing flowers and stuff here. So that means we're pretty close to the bottom. Probably not, but close to a pub anyway. Ow! Tired. Oh my god, it was getting touch and go there. I've been able to manage my water pretty well, like all the way around, and I totally underestimated that section. Totally. Like, I thought I'd be down like within like 4 hours or something, but the terrain was a lot rockier than I thought it'd be, and just went through my water so quick. Managed to fill it up from like where them like sprinkler systems for like the vineyards, so that will hopefully get me through to the end. I think I've got about like 3 miles to go, something like that. I'm hoping there's a bar before then though, and I've sorted out some accommodation for tonight, even though everything else was booked up. Didn't even think about it, to be honest, until like while I was sat there like resting up, and I was like, oh, I should probably book something. So I've booked an Airbnb. Don't know where it is, but it's a bed and it's a shower. Okay, that's the finishing line. I am so tired. It looks so steep to get down to it, but let's do it.